Hey everyone, welcome to the real review of the Dreame L10s Pro Gen 3. I'm still fiddling with my mic settings, so let me know what you think about the sound quality. We reached 100 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really want to reach the 1000 subscribers goal. And when I reach that goal, I'll be giving this Dreame L10s Pro Gen 3, the unit that I'm reviewing in this video, away to one of you subscribers. But now, let's dive in the video. Let's start by looking at what's in the box. In the box, you'll find the charging dock, the power cable, the vacuum itself with the main rubber brush, water tank and dustbin already installed, the side brush, the magnetic mop pad holders, one pair of mop pads, and of course the quick start guide and user manual. The device feels sturdy and well built. To get to the dustbin and water tank, you have to open the lid on the back. The dustbin is decently sized, but the water tank is relatively small. And the opening to add water to the water tank is very small. You will probably spill water when you are filling the water tank. The mop pad holders attach magnetically to the device, and you can put the mop pads on the device by using the Velcro. The charging station is small and easy to place wherever you want. The booklet says the robot needs a lot of space to dock. But my S40 Pro and my Dreame don't have a lot of space and manage to dock all the time. When you look at the app, the setup process is easy and straightforward. Once installed, you are greeted by the main screen that also says Map Room Quickly. Use that option and the Dreame will make a pretty accurate map of the room with the top-mounted LiDAR sensor. The app has a lot of options. For first-time users, it can be overwhelming. But once you get used to it, you'll see that it's well built and pretty logic. You can divide rooms, set up no-go zones, hide certain areas, choose cleaning method, schedule cleaning, etc. In a future video, I'll be making a deep dive in the app experience and show you all the ins and outs of the app. If you like deep dive videos like that, please subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified. Navigation wise, this Dreame is a dream. The LiDAR sensor works just as well as the other devices that are equipped with a top mounted LiDAR sensor. No complaints about that. It runs in a logical pattern. It even manages to get under my chairs with slanted legs and stools with straight legs. It's really great to see the device enter narrow spaces. And it always manages to reach the exit as well. The obstacle avoidance is decent, but I wish it was better. It navigates around larger obstacles, but it has a big appetite for small Lego-sized toys, slippers and cables. The other competitors in this price range do a better job than the Dreame. I had high hopes for the Dreame because it looks like the internal software feels more thought out than for instance the S40 Pro. But I guess the sensors of the Dreame are probably not as good as the sensors on the S40 Pro for instance. So if you have a household with lots of small toys lying around, this Dreame isn't the device for you. It also struggles on specific carpets. As you can see in the video, it refuses to get on the thin carpet. I don't have a very high pile carpet yet, but the thin carpets are a no-go. It also struggles quite a bit with my coffee table. But what is to expect from a device in this class? The positive thing is, this Dreame isn't slamming the table through the room like my S40 Pro. The vacuuming performance is fine. It picks up a lot of dirt on my floors. But the floor doesn't feel as clean as when the S40 Pro or Robot Vacuum 5 did its run. It did good at the pickup test, but yet again, I expected a little more. The device doesn't have an extending side brush, so you have to clean the corners yourself. The carpet pickup is alright. The carpet boost works great, but in my opinion, the pickup isn't that great. I think it had something to do with the rubber brush, because when I switched the brush with the tri-cut brush, the pickup looked to be better. I didn't do a test with weighing how much it picked up, but I could see the dirt on my carpet that didn't get picked up with the normal brush. But it got picked up after installing the tri-cut brush. The mopping performance is pretty decent. It mops well, and because of the RoboSwing function, it cleans right up against the baseboards. The downside is that it takes a lot longer to clean versus a robot with an extendable mop pad. But it's funny to see the vacuum constantly rubbing its behind against the baseboard. What I like is that you have the ability to set 32 wetness levels through the app. This comes in handy when you got floors that easily show streaks. What I don't like is that the water tank is too small. On higher wetness levels, it can't even finish a full mop run without needing a refill. After it's done with the parameters of the room, the water tank is empty. Another feature that I miss is that you don't have the option to choose first vacuum and then mop. You can select the following options: vacuuming only, vacuum and mop at the same time, and mop only. One thing that caught my eye is that you can set the vacuum to do 3 passes. 3 is a lot, but I understand that it can be handy in certain scenarios. The biggest pro of this device is the sound level. For a vacuum, this device is very quiet. Like I said in one of my other videos, this is my main device for cleaning when I have to be in the same room. It navigates smoothly and calm and relatively quiet through the room. I love it. The sound level on low suction is 43 to 45 decibels. On medium, 45 to 50 decibels. On high, 50 to 54 decibels. And on turbo, 58 to 60 decibels. Maintenance and battery. The battery life is solid. It doesn't get lost as much as the S40 Pro, so because of that, it's more efficient. On normal mode, it runs about 300 to 340 square meters. Maintenance is also fine. The rubber brush doesn't have an anti-hair tangle feature, so it is wise to check the brush more often. The dustbin feels solid. It has a large door you can open if you want to empty the dustbin. And there is also a mesh screen between the dustbin and the HEPA filter. That means it prevents that large dust particles directly get into the HEPA filter. That prevents clogging in the filter, and because of that, you can use the filter longer. Also, the device has no mop washing base station, so you need to wash the mop pads yourself. Also make sure, but that is with all the robot vacuums, that you clean the sensors every month. Just a wet cloth is enough. If you want to use it on a different level of your household, those sensors needs to be cleaned. If you don't clean the height sensor, the chance that the device will come tumbling down the stairs increases. So, what is my final conclusion about the device? In my opinion, this device is the perfect side partner. Because of the sound level and smooth navigation, it's the perfect device to run after you finish dinner and let it clean around the dinner table. It gets on the narrow furniture, it cleans well and is very quiet. While you are in the same room digesting your food in your stomach, the Dreame L10s Pro Gen 3 is an excellent companion to clean around the dinner table. If you want a powerhouse cleaner with full room mopping, corner cleaning, and care a lot about pickup rates on carpets, this device is not for you. The device is also not for you if you have small kids who won't clean up after themselves and leave toys behind. The L10s Pro will eat the toys. Also be cautious with cables. It's not as aggressive as the S40 Pro when it gets stuck. So it won't rip your power plug out of the socket and cable strips off the wall, but it will get stuck if you have cables laying around on the floor. So what are the pros and cons? Pros: build quality. The device feels sturdy and very well constructed. Compact charging dock, small footprint, making it easy to place anywhere in your home. Navigation, the LiDAR sensor is excellent. It follows a logical pattern and reaches narrow spots easily. Subtle approach. Unlike the S40 Pro, it doesn't slam into furniture but moves in a calm, controlled way. Mopping, RoboSwing. It cleans right up against the baseboard thanks to the swinging motion. App experience. Packed with options, logical layout, and offers 32 precise water levels. Noise level, my biggest pro. Extremely quiet, the perfect companion to have it running while you're in the same room. Battery efficiency, very solid battery life, the navigation is so efficient. Smart dustbin design, the mesh screen protects the HEPA filter from clogging, extending its lifespan. Cons, water tank, very small capacity, and the filling hole is so tiny you'll likely spill water. Obstacle avoidance. It struggles with small items. It has a big appetite for Legos and slippers and cables. Carpet issues. It refuses to climb onto certain thin carpets, and the pickup rate on carpets is underwhelming. Cleaning power. It doesn't leave the floors feeling as clean as the Xiaomi Robot Vacuum 5 or the S40 Pro. Corner cleaning. No extendable side brush, so you have to clean the corners manually. Mopping speed. The RoboSwinging function is thorough, but it makes the cleaning process much slower. Water consumption. On higher water levels, the tank is empty before the job is halfway done. Missing software feature. There is no option to vacuum first, then mop in the app. Maintenance. The standard brush lacks anti-tangle features, so you need to remove the hair manually quite often. If you like this video and you want a chance to win this device, hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to check out Robostofzuigers.nl. The link to their website is in the description. Hopefully see you in the next video. Peace out.